Yesterday night, when I spoke with my sister-in-law, one of the things she said was the fact that now that a minister is involved, probably they're going to do more and ensure they curb this attack. But all of a sudden, what are they doing? They're trying to deny it. And that's to say to us, because he wasn't attacked, he wasn't taken away, he feels that our lives are not important. And one thing that they need to do, and I said this to Rotimi Amaechi, you think that right now they're attacking us, but they're done attacking us, they're going to come after you and come after your children. Now they're picking us, they're killing us, you're doing nothing because you feel you're in government and you are safe. There's only an illusion of safety. When they were in the villages, I said it, when they're done with the villages, they're going to come to the cities to come and meet us. We are saying it today.
They are kidnapping all around.
9,000.
I will not very happy.
My name is Damilare Online. You're watching Legit TV. I've been following you on Twitter for a while, and I see your tweets. How firm you are. And one of the recent tweets that I saw was about the issue of the attacks in was it Abuja, or I don't know where now, the train now. So can you tell us more about that?
Well, basically, there was an attack yesterday night. The last plane that came in into Kaduna, and then after that plane left, they went on to. But you know, there are two ways out of Rigasa: the train station. And so one of the ways you could go either through the Mando or go through Rigasa. On the way to Rigasa, the convoy of the Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amaechi, was already on it, so blowing its siren. When all of a sudden, you know, they started running back, driving back, and they went into this array. People disappeared, and people were running away. And it's quite astonishing, and it's actually disgraceful that we have today the Nigerian government, especially the Rotimi himself, trying to say that is fake news. Because I know on that train, I had a sister, a brother, and a sister-in-law were there. When they came out, even my brother and his wife wanted to were in a hurry to follow the siren, thinking that it would be safe. Why they were still doing that when they started coming? So why would they say attack is not there? And you know what pains me the most is the fact that yesterday night, when I spoke with my sister-in-law, one of the things she said was the fact that now that a minister is involved, probably they're going to do more and ensure they curb this attack. But all of a sudden, what are they doing? They're trying to deny it. And that's to say to us, because he wasn't attacked, he wasn't taken away, he feels that our lives are not important. And one thing that they need to do, and I said this to Rotimi Amaechi, you think that right now they're attacking us, but they're done attacking us, they're going to come after you and come after your children. Now they're picking us, they're killing us, you're doing nothing because you feel you're in government and you are safe. There's only an illusion of safety. When they were in the villages, I said it, when they're done with the villages, they're going to come to the cities to come and meet us. We are saying it today. As long as we do nothing, they're going to continue and they're going to keep attacking. And one of the things that I want Nigerians to understand is that those that have been killed before will not be killed again. The next set to be killed are those of us who are alive, and those of us alive are you and I. And so who is next?
So how do we curb this situation? Why do we keep having recurring situations like this?
The reason why we have it, because we have an incompetent government, a clueless government, a government that lies, a government when attacks happen, instead of it to focus on attack, it's focusing on lies and propaganda. And as long as we continue to do that, we're not going to get anything out of it. This same insecurity that we have today, when we're talking about it, when we're saying that the Boko Haram are still there, they are still operating, what did they do? They had a media blackout. They called us lies. They say we are peddlers of fake news. They say we are alarmists, we are Boko Haram propagandists. There's no name that they didn't call us. But what do we have today? Attacks are going on everywhere. It doesn't matter where the state is. For Katsina State is feeling the wrath of insecurity today. The fact that their son is the president and commander-in-chief of this country doesn't matter. What matters is competence, character, and capacity. And the president doesn't have it. He doesn't have what it takes to be a commander-in-chief. And like we have said before, he should either do the work or resign. He's not there as our father, he's not there as our grandfather. His age doesn't matter to us. It's his capacity that matters. And right now, that capacity is not there.
But talking about the girls that have been kidnapped by Boko Haram, do you think we can get these girls back? Because we've been hearing over time, we'll bring these girls back, we'll bring these girls back. Are these girls really coming back?
Recently, we saw the president when he went outside. I think he was at Addis Ababa. He doesn't care that there are actually parents who send their children to school over 6 years ago and their children are not yet back. And that's quite hurtful. And he has shown over time that he doesn't have the capacity for his words to be believed. But I want to assure you that it is the duty of the Nigerian government to rescue Chibok girls and everybody in captivity. The primary responsibility of government is the protection of lives and properties, and any government that doesn't do that is not fit to be called a government. And also, the rescue of Chibok girls and everybody in captivity, it's not a privilege. It's their right as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it's really quite sad that where we are today, we have a situation whereby the lives of people don't matter. But I tell you, we have the capacity to rescue everybody in captivity. We have the capacity to curb the menace of Boko Haram. We have the capacity to annihilate Boko Haram and every insecurity.
Why are we not doing that?
We are not doing that because the people we have there, they don't have the interest. Are you a human being to them? You are not. I'm not a human being to them. That's the reason why the minister will say an attack that actually happened there is fake. People who are attacked, as long as they are not the ones. So we must put people who have the capacity to do it. And if not doing it, they won't do it.